And this is the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show. And on this first game of the new year, dare we say the Rangers were resolute? They take a lead, they hold a lead, and then they hold their breath. And they win it 2-1 over the Boston Bruins, a rare win here on home ice. And overall for the Rangers, they start 2025 in much better fashion. Inside our Delta MSG studios, alongside Brian Boyle, I'm John Giannone. And this one begins and ends with number 32. We talked in the pregame show. You specifically said you thought his leadership was going to come to the fore in a situation where he had to step in for Igor Shesterkin. Man, did it ever tonight.
He was fantastic. He was spectacular. He made incredible save after incredible save. That's evident. I liked how he managed the game, too. He was dialed in from the start, and boy, did the Rangers need him to be, because the Bruins smelled blood, especially as the game went on. They decided just to put the puck in the Rangers' end and start making plays, and he might have gotten in the Bruins' head a little bit. I thought there were a couple of opportunities where they could have taken shots, and they tried to make a pass laterally, but didn't matter. Jonathan Quick was equal to every task they threw at him. It was one of his best performances in maybe a decade. It was phenomenal.
And we know what happened a decade ago. He won a Stanley Cup.
Yeah, I don't like talking about it. But
sorry, Brian.
He truly was remarkable. Even how he wanted to manage the game. You saw late in the game, Pastrnak threw a soft one in just to get a whistle. He wanted to play that puck. So it's not just making the saves. He was dialed in the whole game.
There are some times where you can see in a goaltender's eyes, in his body language, and the way he comports himself, that he's just going to refuse to lose. Do you get the sense that there was some of that in Jonathan Quick tonight, given where the Rangers have been the last 6 weeks?
There was a certain ease to him. He had just a confidence, a quiet confidence about him, where he was just going to play the next shift, take the next shot. It looked so calm, even though he was making these acrobatic saves. He was very, very calm in his net. He was calm after the whistle. Nothing bothered him. Hopefully that can be contagious, because you saw as the game progressed, the Rangers got a little tense. They started backing off, and that can happen with where they've been at the last 6 weeks. So that's why the result tonight, the result is what matters most, and thank God for Jonathan Quick.
And what's amazing about him is during commercial breaks, when he comes to the bench, takes pats on the back from sticks or whatever, he will say to his teammates, "Way to go, boys." He always deflects the credit that he receives onto those who give it to him. Let's begin the post-game reaction. Michelle Gingras in the dressing room. The stage is all for Jonathan Quick.
So you get your 399th career win, but more importantly, your team gets the win tonight. How did it feel for you, first of all?
I mean, it was good. We played a great team game. Especially third period there, we did a great job keeping them to the outside, keeping the perimeter, getting clears when we needed. Zone time, killing clock, and just a huge 2 points for us.
What is
the 3 saves? What can you tell about that?
A little scramble. I kicked the rebound right to them, and it was bang bang, and it just it turns into just a reaction save. So fortunate to get my hand on that one, and help them.
What does a win like this do for this group? I know it's just one win, but your head coach was stressing the importance of what that can do for confidence to kind of get one and then be able to build on that.
I mean, it's 82 game season, right? You're gonna have ups and downs throughout the year. Having that mentality just one day at a time goes a long way, right? So, it's great to build confidence off of a win, but tomorrow we're gonna wake up and we have a new challenge on Saturday with Washington, and the focus is what we could do to get 2 points there.
John, did you see sort of a different team once you guys went up 2-0, as opposed to having to chase? What you guys have been doing.
I mean, that's no different for every team in the league, right? It's a little different playing from behind and then playing ahead. So, that's every team in the league. Yeah.
The save on McAvoy, second period, about 5.5 to go. Describe that one, and did you get a sense of how big that one could be at that moment?
No, I mean, at the time, it's big save, but it's new shift, new guys, and new challenges coming. Whether it goes in or you make a save, you move on, and you get ready for the next one.
I'm not sure if you want to share what was said, but I saw you talking to Jeremy Swayman a little bit in warm-up. Anything you can share from that conversation you had with him?
No, just wishing him luck. Yeah.
And then when you kind of tapped when the TV timeout when you passed. Is that kind of a common thing when goaltenders showing respect for one another?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I've seen him make quite a few great saves, and he just say nice save pretty much. Yeah.
Game recognizes game, right? Jeremy Swayman tapping Jonathan Quick during one of the timeouts. You heard Quick right there as we were talking about. First thing he said, played a great team game in the third period. Then when he was asked about his 3-save sequence, he said he was fortunate and he was just hoping to make the save. But he did say something interesting about now moving forward off of a win instead of all of these losses that have piled up.
Yeah, and I mentioned it before about the results, and the team has mentioned it. We played well in Florida, but we didn't get the result. And the result is all that really matters. This is points. This is trying to make the playoffs. The Rangers want results. But you still need to coach. You still need to learn. And coming off a win, regardless of how it was done, you can teach things. You can coach things. They can go into the film room tomorrow and watch their third period up a goal. Right? That hasn't happened in a long time. They got some reps at something they haven't been doing much of lately. So I think it's really positive, important. Obviously, the win is positive and important, and it's not always going to be a Picasso, but you can build off that with confidence and be more ready the next time and expect those things to happen.
Perfect segue when you mention film room, because we are going to step inside the film room powered by CDW. Mika Zibanejad got off the schneid. He needed one first goal in 10 games for him. It happened midway through the first period. It gave the Rangers a lead. They would not relinquish. Show us how it happened.
Well, I mean, in all game, he was trying to shoot the puck and moving his feet through the middle of the ice, through the neutral zone, into the offensive zone, and shoot pucks. And again, he's detail-oriented in this game right from the start. He wins a big draw and is offside in the defensive zone, and they obviously had a set play going, and he's starting to move his feet. He sees that it's kind of a broken, dirty play, slows down a bit, and then this is the goalie coming out to play the puck. You're on high alert when these things happen. It's not a great play from Swayman. Chris Kreider makes a really good play over to the middle. Zibanejad's coming late. He's patient there, and then he drives the net. He doesn't turn away. He has Riley Smith going to the dirty areas, trying to get a rebound, which he does, almost scores. But Mika's right at the doorstep, not turning his back to the puck, keeping the puck in front of him and reacting to that, not turning away, not hoping for anything, being in solid position the whole way up the ice.
It only took a couple more minutes after Zibanejad scored for Brett Berard to score. Took advantage of a nifty 2-on-1, decided to shoot instead of pass, and the Rangers had a 2-0 lead. Show us.
Exactly. I mean, this comes from a little detail in the defensive zone as they start at a stall, really. They're not moving. They're about 160 feet from the opponent's net here in Boston, and there's just a little bit of a wall play here, and it gets out. That's really, if the puck's kept alive, it's not going right back into their corner where they have to defend. The two wingers trust, Cooley here and Berard, trust Hedl to get that puck out so they can pick this up with speed. Now, the previous 2-on-1s, there have been forced passes. It's not going to happen against the Boston Bruins. And what Berard does, he takes just a little bit more ice to the inside. He's inside the dots now as a left shot coming down the right wing, and he puts it right by Swayman's ear. It's inside his glove hand. It's hard to make this play. You can ask Steve when he comes back. I could be wrong, but I find that those goals, if they're placed perfectly right above the collarbone, they're really difficult to stop. He put everything he had into it, and you could see his reaction. It was a relief for him. It was exciting for him, but the whole team, that's a big, big goal.
Steve would say every shot is hard to stop. We know that. Braden Schneider played 15:44 tonight in this 2-1 Ranger win over the Bruins. Again, inside the Ranger dressing room, Michelle Gingras with Braden Schneider.
Jonathan Quick kind of he had 2 or 3 sequences where he made a bunch of saves. Just what jumped out about him tonight?
He's just, that's what he does. He's unbelievable back there, and yeah, he was amazing for us and put up some big saves. So it was a big performance from him for sure.
Felt like you guys were on the attack all night. Was that something that you guys emphasized coming in and something you've been looking for more in your game in general?
Yeah, I think for sure. I thought we established our forecheck early. I thought we were physical. I thought we were taking things to the net, and I think the thing that we did really well was we got a lot of second opportunities. Guys were there and getting rebounds and getting good looks. Like the Mika goal is a perfect example. So I thought we were doing a good job at getting pucks there and then having bodies around it.
How important was it for you guys to start the year off on this kind of note?
In what way?
Just to have a good start to the year.
Oh, New Year, yeah. It's huge. It's something that we've been working toward. I thought our last 2 games were really good, and I think to pull one out in the way we did it feels good.
Mika's obviously kind of been in a bit of a scoring rut. Just how good was it to see him get one tonight?
It was awesome. He plays hard, and to see him bang one home like that is great. And it's well deserved. He was going to the net hard. I thought he played a really good game today, and yeah, it's nice to see one going from.
What sparked?
All in support of the number one star of the night. No surprise there. 8 saves in the first, 12 in the second, 12 in the third. 32 saves for number 32. Now 1 win shy of the 400 club.